Hi, I'm Luciana. I'm a PhD candidate in literature at State University of Campinas, and I'm a visiting researcher here at University of Alberta. Today, I'd like to bring the thought of the German philosopher Walter Benjamin, whose works on mechanical reproducibility help us to think about the relation between authoritative governments and media. Benjamin argues that the democratization of art reproducibility could be used for a liberating praxis. However, he also outlines the counter-revolutionary uses of the art reproduction by the Nazi films during the Second World War. This example shows the risks caused by the possibility of anyone producing truth through mass reproduction. Taking that into account, my aim is to discuss the dialectical contradictions, the potentialities and challenges currently posed by digital media. Probably, we could say that nowadays digital media and the internet represent more emancipatory possibilities than the film, which is still very expensive to make and thus very concentrated in few hands. The most optimistic readers of Walter Benjamin are used to think about the technical reproducibility as a tool to be used by the left-wing politics to reach social equality. In other words, the internet and the digital media are very huge opportunities posed for the left-wing praxis, not only because they are more effective and more easily spread by the world than the old technical media, but also because currently the traditional media is almost entirely owned by big corporations. The traditional media is controlled by capital, not only in its content, but also in its format, which in most cases do not allow popular participation. In a very brief text on journalism, Benjamin compared the omnipotence that scholastic philosophers attribute to God to the capacity of the bureaucratic machine of journalism creating truth. Social media such as Facebook or Twitter have a very bureaucratized structure to function. However, at least in principle, anyone can create an account and defend his or her ideas through social media, and these don't require conformation to a superior guidance of any kind. New media has thus more spaces and opportunities for people expressing themselves. It's a way to disturb and question the status quo of liberal democracies. However, what these more optimistic readers of Benjamin didn't expect, or what they should have learned from the Nazi films, is that digital media is not only an opportunity for the left-wing politics, but also for right-wing and conservative politics. Internet tools are at the disposal of anyone, and they can be also used to organize and articulate hate speech, troll behavior, and resentment feelings from people that see minorities as privileged people constantly edited by governments, even though that is not an accurate description of reality. Reproducibility can also create admiration for stars and leaders. The memes of Pep the Frog, 4chan, and also the tweets of Donald Trump himself are some kinds of political expression and praxis through digital media that helped Donald Trump to become the President of the United States of America. As I said before, in financial and corporate capitalism, there is a tendency for media concentration and monopoly of information, which raises the suspicion of the population towards the media. Trump uses this suspicion in his favor, alleging there are fake news in the media. At the same time, he has been constantly receiving attention in the traditional and new media, and he has been articulating his own versions of truth. We need to remember that the traditional media has given him before so much attention and power that he is only collecting the fruits of his long media exposure. At this point, it's possible to affirm that the right-wing politics have achieved better results from digital praxis. Donald Trump engages in what we might call, following Benjamin, as the aestheticizing of politics, which relies in the aura related to the cult of personality and stardom. The philosopher has argued that this should be combated by politicizing art. Walter Benjamin attempts to construct aesthetics and praxis through the technical reproducibility, which is oriented to collectivity. The private uses of internet and digital media represent some gain, but these have not yet reached the full potential to improve human life. Internet artists, hackers, digital activists are poorly understood and attacked in liberal democracies because they challenge the meaning of private property through charity goods, defense of free speech, and frequently coordinated and participatory practice. They also put in a new perspective the way we express and practice politics. One of its qualities lies in the disappearance of rigid differences and borders between the audience and the artists, or between the people and the political representatives. People united in a collective practice standing for their values and beliefs, and also requesting participation in public debate and deliberating vital issues in society, is a kind of annihilation of the other and also a response to Benjamin's request of politicizing art. Perhaps we could see that as a model of what an emancipated society could become.